Hi! Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuela and I post all kinds of videos for your entertainment purposes. Okay, today's video is going to be a story time. It's going to be about story time, most of you that know me or the ones that are gonna get to know me, I'm someone that I love to travel a lot. So when one travels a lot, one gathers up all the stories, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this video is gonna be me telling you about how I almost drowned in Bali. I almost drowned in Bali. All because of what? I didn't want to admit that I couldn't swim. Who does that? Who does that? My life on the line. My life on the line. Or to catch enjoyment. I'm not gonna lie, I was sick. I wouldn't do it again though. Now, what am I lying for? I'll definitely do it again. I will 1000% do it again because although if it had gone the other way, it would have been a very tragic moment. But I've always said that and whatever I want to do, I just want to enjoy life. I must enjoy life. And I already know that I'm going to die whilst traveling. And you know what? That's a pretty good way to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I died whilst doing what I love the most, and that is getting the fuck out of this fuck of England, basically. I also wanted to show you guys my cat. Look at him. How cute. We call him Mosquito the Second because my old cat was called Mosquito and he died. That cat went through a lot, but he passed away. R.I.P. A minute of silence for Mosquito. Right, let's get into the story. Right, so this was 2019 Bali, best trip ever. If you're planning on going to Bali, just do it. I understand that obviously we're in a panoramic right now and traveling is a bit but the minute restrictions are lifted and you're able to travel, I 1000% recommend going to Bali. Bali was honestly a movie, like a whole damn movie. Okay. So this was on the last 2 nights before we left Bali, right? And this trip was already magical as it is. So I said, hold on a second. I need to tick off a few things on my bucket list because I'm sure we all have bucket lists, like when we leave the country and we go on holiday and want to enjoy ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So on my bucket list, I was like, I must do surfing. Like, I was like, I must do surfing. And I managed to convince one of my girls, AL, to come and do it with me, you know? And then we were trying to convince Georgina, who was with us because we went as a trio, you know? And Georgina just wasn't having it. Sis already knew her capacity, and that was her not being able to swim, you know? But me and AL, we're not the best swimmers. Well, I can't swim at all, but I was like, I want to live my life on the edge. So I was like, yeah, I want to live life on the edge, you know. And then one of our neighbors, so where we were staying in Bali, we stayed in like this Airbnb. So the owner of the Airbnb also had like 3 other rooms within the apartment that we were in. And one thing that I love about traveling is like how easy you can make friends. It's so easy to make friends. So we made friends with this lovely man called John, and he was from LA. I'm from LA, Los Angeles. So I don't know why I did that. That's the thing. So he was from LA, and he was like, oh, like, if you girls want to go surfing. In fact, what am I lying for? Rewind. Right, so the first time I actually saw John, he was like on his motorbike with the surfing board at the back of the motorbike. He looked so cool. I was like, this is the life I want to live. This is how I want to be rolling around in Bali. That's how I want to be. I'm trying to be like John in the street, but obviously I can't ride a motorbike, and you know, so I had to just humble myself real quick. So I think in the morning, like in a passing comment, I was like to John, hey, like, oh my god, it's so cool that you surf. Like, I want to learn how to surf. I definitely have to surf before I leave Bali. Like, it's a must. And then John was like, oh, like, no, I think you should definitely do it. I know a guy. You know when they say they know a guy, you already know you're getting a discount. So John was like, he knows a guy in I think, was it Dream Beach in Katu. Ooh, Okay, I don't know, but I'm gonna find the name of where we were staying and put it up here somewhere, or there, whichever way, you will know. But it was definitely at Dream Beach. So he was like, yeah, I know a guy that owns a surfing school in Dream Beach and I sometimes teach there. And I was like, okay. I was like, I am going to surf today. So I told my friend AL, and then we went to Dream Beach on our scooters, because scooters are like the best way to get around Bali. Like, if you're planning on going to Bali, what is the point in you getting a car? If you're thinking about getting yourself a car, just stop, because we're like, you ain't getting from A to B in time, honey. You gonna be at the back of the line, honey. Okay. But with that said, though, it's really good to have a driver. So if you want to go like long distance journeys, it's always nice to have a driver that's going to come and pick you up, and you're going to be with that driver the whole day, where you can keep your bags in there as opposed to constantly changing different cars. That's too long for me. I can't do that, and I ain't got time for that. So anyways, so we hopped onto the bikes and we went to Dreamland Beach, and then we met our instructor. I actually forgot what he was called, but I just remembered first impressions. He was just vibes. He was vibes. You know when like you meet someone and just like the way they bounce off your energy, I like that. I'm a very energetic person, and I love when people also reciprocate that energy. I was just like, yeah, gang. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Yeah, so it's always nice to have someone like who's got great vibes, because who doesn't like vibes? Who doesn't like vibes? Who don't want to be vibing? I don't know about you, but you know, if I'm on holiday, I'm trying to catch vibes the whole time I'm there. Right, back to my story, because I tend to get carried away. But anyway, sorry. Back to the story. Yeah, so Johnny, we told... Okay, this is a lie now, because he wasn't called Johnny, because I just said that this other man was called... The guy that was living in our block was called John. So then how can the instructor be Johnny? It just doesn't add up. Okay. Back to this. Right, so John, who lives in the Airbnb apartment, the other side, wait, he lived upstairs. Oh, this story, we are struggling, but it's okay, stay here. So John took us and we met the instructor. I forgot what his name was. And John basically like briefed the instructor and told him that me and my friend AL want to learn how to surf like before we go. And obviously, like I said before, he advised, so he was excited, and then like because he was excited, I was excited, you know. And then he asked me and AL, oh, can you guys swim? And I was like, in my head I was like, bitch, you gonna tell this man that you can't swim, because if you were to die, they're gonna send an innocent man to prison. But then, you know, the other side of me, you know, where you have like an angel and then a devil, and then like you constantly, you know, but then the devil sometimes win. Yeah, the devil won. So the devil was like, sis, you came on this trip for an experience, so you're going to get experience, because experience doesn't come from you playing it safe. No, it doesn't come from you playing it safe. You need to go out there and live your best life, even if it means ending your life. Hey, don't be a me in it, because your life will be shot. Don't be a me, okay? And after that, he was like, let's go and pick up your surfboards. And in my head, I was like, wow, I'm going to be like one of those people from like Home and Away. Also, if you've never watched Home and Away, it's a great Australian show. I lived off that. Oh my God. In 2006 up until, when did I stop watching it? 2015, I used to always come back home from school or college and I'm like, watch it, but then I stopped watching it because it fell off. Anyways, back to my story. I was like, yeah, oh my God, I'm gonna feel like those people from Home and Away, you know. Or what's the other one where they wear all red bathing suit? Baywatch. That's it. Baywatch. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have my Baywatch moment. Oh my God. Anyways, you know how sometimes when you like think about things in your head, and then they seem so much more like hunky-dory, like very whimsical in your head, until you actually are faced with the reality of things. First of all, why did anyone tell me that those surfboards weigh kilos upon kilos upon kilos upon kilos upon kilos. Wow. In fact, I almost fell off getting down the stairs to the beach because of my surfboard. They were heavy. I was like, why are you heavy? I feel like I'm carrying a whole human being on my shoulder. So you know what I did? I dragged that bitch. And even though I wasn't meant to drag it, because obviously, like, if I was to scratch it, then that would mean I had to pay more. But I was like, it's too heavy one for me to carry. So I'm going to drag it. And that's what I did. We have our surfboard now. Let me just sort out my camera because it's doing that the most. Okay. Right, so we sorted out the surfboards now, and he was like, oh, like, let's quickly go down to the beach and I'll give you guys a 30-minute breakdown on like what to do and stuff. And I was like, in my head, I was like, 30 minutes. Oh, so it is my first time surfing and we're only gonna do 30 minutes of you teaching us how to surf. And then on top of that, you know I can't swim. The instructor teaches us how to, like the basics of surfing and all that kind of stuff. So getting like swimming and then like getting onto your board and staying on your board like in the right position. I will do it now, but I don't want to embarrass myself, so we're not going to do that, okay? So once we got the basics down, like when I tell you this instructor had so much vim, like vim, basic excitement. Yeah, so this instructor was hyping us up. Like I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get in the water. I can't wait to get in the water. And then he actually called one of the instructors to come with us. So then we had 2 people there with us just in case if anything happened, just for safety reasons. It's always good to have 2 instructors with people, especially if it's their first time surfing. Right, so Ayel goes first, you know, she's in the ocean, I'm seeing her, I'm like, oh my God, you look so cool, look at you sit on your board so comfortably. And you know when like, you look deep like into the ocean and then it's just flowing like that. So she was just like surfing on that surfboard. Not the Beyonce one, but anyways. Why did I say that? Back to this. Yes, so yes, you look so good from afar. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get out there. I can't wait to get out there. And when it came to my turn, hey, I'm just like, fucking hell, I'm actually going to go into this water. I can't swim, but it's okay. We're gonna do this. We're going to actually do this. So I went into the water with my instructor and I was like, whilst I was walking, you know, the bottom of the what is it, sea, ocean, whichever one it is, it was getting steeper and steeper to the point where I couldn't feel my feet touching the floor anymore. So I started to panic. And I said, if you don't calm yourself down, you are going to drown. So I said, I'm going to forget about it. This is an experience, you know, so let me know, you know. I managed to get on my board now and, you know, I'm swimming on my surfboard, obviously. So I'm on the surfboard and I'm doing this. I don't know what this is called, but we were doing this with our arms. I was doing this and I managed to go to where Ayel was because she was literally in the middle of the ocean. Is it ocean or...
I can't breathe.
In the middle of the sea, yeah. She was in the middle of the sea, so I swam to go and meet her there so we can catch the waves because that's where the waves were the most strongest. So I get to Ayel now, and the instructor was like, Ayel, why don't you take this wave? This wave is coming. Like, you should go for it. You should go for it. So she goes through it, and you know what? She was fine. She actually did great, even though she did fall. But you know, she did great. She did great. You know, it's an experience. Like I said, we're not professionals. We are just here to catch the experience and go home and tell the stories. Okay, like how I'm telling the story today. When it came to me, when it came to me, my instructor was gassing me. He was like, that's it, Sammy. That's it, Sammy. The wave is coming. That's it. That's it. Jump on the board. Jump on the board. Jump on the board. So I was like, okay. I jumped onto the board. And then the board went boom. And I fell in the water. I fell so hard into the water that I couldn't feel the bottom of my feet touching the floor. So obviously I started to panic. And I was just like, oh my God, this is where I die. This is where I die. And you know when like you're underwater, everything is muffled like a washing machine, yeah? That's literally like what I was experiencing. And I just remembered, oh my God, if I hadn't sewn my wig on top of my head, when he pulled out my wig, it would have just been my wig and not my wig attached to my head. And I said, wow, it's a good thing, yeah, someone told me, to attach my wig onto my head, because if he had then come and just pulled the, the hair, that he saw, where would I be today, guys? Where would I be? So it's only by God's grace. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. You take so good care of me. This is my testimony. After we came back onto dry land, I was laughing it off because I was just like, wow, I can't believe I almost drowned. And I can't believe that how he was able to find me was my hair that was like poking out. And it's just like the idea of my hair not being attached to me, and like him seeing my hair like in the water, pulling it out, but then it's just a wig that comes out. It doesn't come out with my head attached to it. It just, that idea just makes me cackle, because I can just imagine his face, like this poor but was it Balinese man, like picking a wig up and just be like do you know what? Although it was hectic and it could have gone terribly wrong, I don't regret a thing. I had so much fun. I did things outside of my comfort zone, and the whole point of going on holiday is to really explore. And then on top of that, be a bit of a adrenaline chaser. So would I do it again? 100%. But you know what? This year, I'm going to learn how to swim. So I'm going to take you guys to my swimming lesson. So I guess stay tuned for that. I don't know when that would be. Probably when the restrictions start to ease again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because wow, we really went off course there. But you know what? We came back. Hit that subscribe button and join me. Let's be friends, you know, so we can talk more about this. Who knows, if I get to 150 subscribers, I will tell you guys about the time the sea took my wig. Yeah, like I said, I've got stories on stories on stories. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having an amazing day. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.